people talk about, oh, AI is going to eliminate jobs. No, it's a complement to help you do your job better.
Yeah.
And so we do use AI.
It's eliminating manual processes that ultimately lead to errors. So the manual process has been eliminated then when you, in some aspects, and giving a higher level of service versus that low end data entry type of thing that happened 10, 15, 20 years ago.
If you think accounting is just about numbers and spreadsheets, think again. The right team can be your secret weapon for building a financially powerful and scalable business. Hello and welcome to Talking with Teri TV. I am your host, Teri Cardula, and in today's Business Spotlight, where we feature bold entrepreneurs making a massive impact, my guests are on a mission to empower business owners to gain clarity, confidence, and control over their numbers. Karen Zuppa is the founder of Complete Business Accounting, a client advisory services firm built on heart, strategy, and individualized approach to financial health. With her right hand, Roxanne Fitzgerald, they guide businesses from chaos to clarity through smart accounting practices, strategic solutions, and fractional CFO support. Welcome, Karen and Roxanne. I'm super excited to have you here. So Karen, take us back to the beginning. What inspired you to create CBA in the first place?
Well, it's kind of a unique path that got me there. The firm we are now and what we do today is different than how it started.
Okay.
So now I have a complete team. We are proactive with working with our clients, trying to help them with cash flow and strategic analyzing of what they need to do, where they need to go with their finances. And so there's been a lot of change. How it started was over 30 years ago. I had a little baby and I didn't want to go back to the office full time. And people from my company called me and they were like, Karen, there's this client that I know. I've been doing his books on the side. I'm moving to Texas. Can you help him? And so that's really how it started. And it was for me to be able to make my car payment and buy my first minivan, which moms used to have minivans.
I love it. I know. All businesses start somewhere, right? There you go.
Right.
At your humble beginnings, right?
Right.
And so, Roxanne, what drew you into this team and the mission?
Well, I've known Karen for a few days. And really, having known where she came from and where the business was growing, what really drew me was how the image of what she was drawing, the mission of the company was really aligning with my personal values and how I really love to help people. It's something that's embedded within me, and I really like that. And so the other piece of it is that I always believe that numbers tell a story. Yeah. And with clarity of the numbers, you really can identify where you're going as a business. Yeah. Coming from a risk management background and being able to see different things for clients, it really aligned and was able to be something that I thought, I can dive into this and really be beneficial to our clients and helping them on that way.
I love it. And you guys make such a powerful team. I've known you guys for years, and you guys are just this powerful duo, helping your clients, and just your strengths and your weaknesses pair up so nicely together. It's
well, thank you.
Love it.
Thank you.
So many people see accounting as just numbers. What do people often misunderstand about the work that you do?
That we are not reactive. You need to be proactive with the numbers.
Love it.
Because reactive is just what people think of as old-fashioned bookkeeping.
Yes.
They think of, you're sitting there and you're just crunching numbers. What we're trying to do is help people understand this is what has happened and how you can learn from it. Kind of like, where we are to learn from history. You learn from what's going on with your numbers. You can project, you can plan, you can make changes, you can strategize for growth. You can make decisions if you need to get an SBA loan, a short-term loan. Mm-hmm. What is the best that you need to do for your company, and if you have goals and objectives, how to achieve those. And so that's part of what we work with our clients, and we want to work with them as a team. We want to be their trusted advisor, and we're that in-between level of they have a tax person. We don't do taxes, that's one thing we don't do, but we do everything up until that. And we work with most of their tax advisors and do planning with them. And I'm talking to their tax people usually a lot.
I love it. And I think that's important because back in the day when I was, getting my first bookkeeper, I remember I just thought it was like, oh, they just do my books. And then realizing, you can be more strategic. And I remember having these conversations of going, wow, gosh, we can actually plan better for taxes if we are having these open conversations early on, to your point, instead of being, reactive to being proactive. And so it's so important to have a team that get your numbers and also can help you guide, because I'm guessing you guys also do some coaching and teaching around what numbers mean.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that I really love, and that coming from my background and everything, is that we're able to help them kind of move forward and then tell them the story. Like you mentioned, an SBA loan, they're going to need true financials and be able to hand that over to get to that.
Yeah.
And they're going to need to know, what are the plans. So we take that opportunity to really dive deep with our clients and partner with them to know what are their goals, where are they wanting to go, and continue as they grow to help them grow.
Love it. So what would you say is the top 3 mistakes that people make with their finances, and how can you help them fix it?
Well, the first that I see a lot is people don't want to, they're like, oh, that's just bookkeeping, and they don't want to pay for the quality. They'll be like, oh, I'm outsourcing that overseas. And it's like, and we have cleaned up so many of those.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Where they're not getting communication, they're not understanding what is going on with their finances. So that's one of the first things I see, is not respecting the value of what the numbers are telling you.
Yeah.
And then another thing is not looking at their numbers. You would be surprised at how many business owners, they just tell me, I just look at the profit and loss. I'm like, okay, well, if your balance sheet isn't correct, your profit and loss isn't going to be correct. And especially as a business grows and they have more things that hit on their balance sheet, that's a big factor also.
Yeah.
Is that things get hidden on the balance sheet, then your income's overstated, it's understated, your expenses can be hidden on the balance sheet. I've seen so many errors that are on the balance sheet. And so then they don't really truly know what they're making. And at year end, they'll be like, well, hold on, how did I make that much money? Where'd it go? And so it's...
And they can even be taxed inappropriately based on those numbers.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
You could be paying more than you need to be, okay?
Yes. We have a client. Yeah, we have a client that got deferred revenue in, so they would get their money for 12 months or even 3 years in advance, and they were recording it all on cash. And so we worked with their CPA to change them to accrual basis. So as the money was being earned, well, basically, instead of paying taxes on all the money up front, as they earned it over the 3 years, they paid the taxes.
Yeah.
The tax savings for them was astronomical.
Wow, good little tip. Okay, so what's one more mistake that people make?
Not paying their taxes.
Not paying their taxes. Well, and I think because a lot of people honestly are terrified of paying their taxes because they don't know, right?
Yes, and to that point, they wait until the very end. They don't want to see their numbers. They're like, oh, it will all be kind of. It's like, all right, it is a lot to catch up. 12 months worth of stuff, right?
Yes.
And then be able, and it's like, oh, I need to get it to my tax accountant next week.
Like tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
So being proactive is a
Right.
key
So they
element.
don't. So I guess that goes back to planning.
Yeah.
You know, they're not looking at their numbers.
Yes.
They're not understanding their numbers, and they're not planning. We also work with nonprofits, and I can't tell you how many boards I have met with that they're looking at. They sign off on the 990, and they're like, they don't understand it.
Yeah.
And then they don't understand how it relates back to the finances, and they'll be like, these don't match.
Yeah.
And so it's a matter of explaining to people where the numbers are coming from. And so one thing that we've done over the last couple of years is we've helped a lot of clients change their chart of accounts to be more in line with their taxes. And then we expand those chart of accounts for management purposes where they can get more in depth, but that they then have the correlation and they understand what's going on the tax side and the management side, where there's been a lot of disconnect between those two. So with my emphasis in management accounting, we try to help them learn how to use the finances to manage their business, but then that they can also understand how it's going to report on their taxes.
Perfect. I love it. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to be right back.
I'm Karen Zuppa, founder of Complete Business Accounting. We're not your typical accounting firm. At Complete Business Accounting, we partner with you to make sense of your numbers so you can grow with confidence. From strategic bookkeeping to fractional CFO support, we provide the structure, insight, and clarity your business needs to thrive. You don't start a business to be worried about your finances. And with Complete Business Accounting, you won't have to be. Let's move your business forward. Visit cbaccounting.net to get started.
Friends don't let friends shop for health insurance alone, especially online with a bottle of wine. Skip the spammy calls, endless emails, confusing options. We've got you covered, literally. I'm Deb Salmons with Imagine Choice Customized Health Solutions. No more guesswork. We shop for best plans for you with lower rates the healthier you are. We personalize your plans with confidential information and it's hassle-free. Let us take the stress off your plate so you can focus on what matters most. Imagine Choice, health insurance with a human touch.
And we are back with Karen and Roxanne. Can you share with us a time when your work made a real big personal impact on a client's business?
I'm going to let Roxanne take this first. We have two examples, and I want her to tell about one that we are just getting it wrapped up, and it's been a huge project, and it's been a big undertaking. So,
Yeah, absolutely. So we, as Karen said, we do a lot of things. And one of the things that we did, we had this client and it was a struggle. They had their accounting software, which we helped them with, do everything on, and they had a CRM, a client management system. Okay. And that system was not communicating with QuickBooks. So consequently, it was causing all sorts of issues. And double entries, a lot of back and forth work and everything. So what we did is we identified an opportunity to redo everything and combine it into one source of truth.
I love it. Oh, source of truth.
It really is. It's like there's one set of numbers now instead of two different sets, right? So it was a process.
and also numbers that changed every day in the other system, not the accounting system, but in the other system, we'd pull reports and be like, oh, it's this. Oh, tomorrow the same report pulled out for the same date was this.
Right. Oh my.
So caused so much extra work and cost on the client side, on our side. So that's what I did. We identified an opportunity. We came up with a solution. We have worked through that whole entire process of migrating all of that data from both systems and creating complete new processes so that the client can have the truth of where they're at, what they're doing every single day that they want to look at it.
I think that's one of your secret sauces too, is that you guys are so innovative in thinking outside the box, but also providing really creative solutions, you know? And so like what's not working, what's working, how do we integrate this and make it user friendly for the end user, that client, right? So
Right.
love it.
And in that same vein, we may not always have the answer,
Right.
because we don't know all the softwares out there. We don't know what the best solution may be, but we have the resources that we can go to that help us solve that for our clients. So it's us bringing people in that when we need to expand our team, to use someone that has that very finite knowledge to be able to do that when that situation comes up.
And because you have a larger team, like you said, you have access to those resources. It's just not you doing all the accounting, anymore. You have a whole team. You have a whole team.
We'd be in trouble if I was doing that.
Right? So you have another example of a success then?
I do. The other one is a nonprofit. Nonprofits are very close and dear to my heart. I'm an advanced certified nonprofit accounting professional. I know that's kind of a big word. Fancy. But
Sorry.
I do love working with nonprofits. So this nonprofit came to us as a referral from a CPA firm that does their audits. And we came into the situation, the executive director had left, the accounting person had left, they had a CFO, they had new executive directors in place, and the board was not happy. And more important on this, it was 2 special tax districts, a 501c3 and a 501c6. So you have 4 different entities that the boards were all interrelated that wanted combined reporting that nobody had been able to give them.
Fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So we basically first had to clean them up. We did a lot of restructuring with their chart of accounts so that we could do combined reporting. We were able to get the combined reporting accomplished. Again, we used an external software that talked to the accounting software, and we worked through all this, and the board was very pleased. They said things that they'd been asking for 2 to 3 years that we were able to accomplish and get done in 6 months. So they were really happy about that.
I love it. That's exciting. Out of just curiosity, are you incorporating any AI into systems with the work that you're doing right now?
Definitely.
Okay, cool.
We, people talk about, oh, AI is going to eliminate jobs. No, it's a complement to help you do your job better.
Yeah.
And so we do use AI. The accounting software, a lot of them uses AI, and a lot of them are having it built into the AI, but you have to check it. You can't just trust it.
Yeah.
And so there's a review process. But what it does is it allows us to be more efficient. It allows us to speed up our processes, and it allows us to then focus more on using those tools to even help the client and use the information at a higher level where it's used for analytics.
Got it. Okay.
And I think that the key thing is it also eliminates, where AI is really coming is that connectivity. It's eliminating manual processes that ultimately lead to errors, right? So the manual process has been eliminated then when you, in some aspects, and then like Karen said, it's the double checking, didn't it do it right, and giving a higher level of service versus that low end data entry type of thing that happened 10, 15, 20 years ago.
But there's some checks and balances. And it also helps you, I like to say, like AI helps us collapse time. So it helps us collapse time so you can serve your clients better in other ways.
Correct.
And do high level planning, strategic, alignment, all of that stuff. So you can do the high level stuff, like forget the data entry stuff, right? Like, I mean, don't forget about it. I mean, it's kind of important. I mean, just a little bit. Who knew numbers could be fun, right? So I will just say this as a little plug. If you are in business right now and you are don't have the time, the capacity, or the interest, or the know-how to do any type of bookkeeping or whatever, just make that be the first thing that you outsource. I love the book E-Myth Revisited, and he talks about your company flow chart. And so when I was in my first company, I literally created that, and I put my name in every box. I'm the head widget maker. I'm the a CPA. I wasn't the CPA. I pretended to be a CPA, a bookkeeper, an admin, all the things, right? And I was like, what do I hate doing the most? And for me, I'm sorry, ladies, it's accounting, okay? And so I was like, okay, and I just backfilled it in. So I'm like, how many more clients do I have to see in order for me to outsource that thing? Because I would wait 3 months to do my billing. 3 months.
And then your clients don't like that because the clients are just like, why am I getting billed for 3 months? And then it affects their cash flow.
So don't do what I did, okay? So outsource. And because real quick, what happens when we have something like this in our business that we don't like to do, it becomes an energetic weight. And so I would just be like, ugh, and then I'd have to force myself to do it because I have to get paid, and I have to, all the things, right? And so outsource those things that are the energetic weights. And for a lot of people, for the creatives, accounting is the thing. So make sure you outsource it.
Well, I love the fact that you mentioned the E-Myth,
Yeah.
because we have built the company. There's the E-Myth bookkeeper and the
Yes.
E-Myth accountant. And we have both those books in our library at our office, and
I
we
love it.
have followed a lot of those steps because
Yeah.
it is.
Systemization,
I
structure.
tell people all the time, accounting is more about processes than anything. It truly is. If you can get the right processes in, you can get them in place, then
Yeah.
it just flows better, and you get the information, and then you can use the software to help you with cash flow, strategic planning, forecasting,
Yeah.
and the AI helps in all those tools also.
Yeah.
So it's what Intuit years ago came out with, this firm of the future model, and that is part of what we try to follow. But again, we started with the E-Myth years ago when I read that.
I love it. So you also offer fractional CFO services. How do you know when a business is ready for that level of partnership?
It's when a business has gone from that beginning steps and moving into where we're actively participating with them. We're taking over, and we, instead of them hiring somebody internally, we're doing the day-to-day stuff. And then when it's like, okay, we need help with this piece of the puzzle, or it may be okay, can you outsource? We're not doing their payroll, but we're talking to their payroll department or whichever services they're using, or they may have sales tax and they need those types of things. As they migrate into that and they're thinking of the future, that's when they would want to start contemplating the fractional CFO.
Is there
So
like a
that we
certain
can-
revenue to access those services?
No, there isn't, other than the fact of once that client gets to that point where they're over $1 million, they've got employees that they are paying, those types of things, as they're moving forward and they've identified a growth trajectory, at that point in time, that's where it really makes sense, is then to link arms and help them move forward.
Perfect. I love it. Okay, any final words of wisdom or final thoughts from you ladies?
I would say keep your books in good shape. Use outsource accounting to help make your life easier. If you're a business owner, your time is more valuable doing what you are best at, which is probably not doing the accounting, and have someone that can be your trusted advisor that can help guide and show you what your finances are telling you and help you plan.
I love it. Any other things for you, Roxanne?
No, that's right on track. Right on track, 100% is, and I guess the caveat to that is we've had so many people, like Karen said, use the cheapest. Cheapest is not best. So really
get what you
partner
pay for, right?
with somebody that resonates with you, understands your business, and is willing to link arms and move forward.
Yeah. So work smarter, not harder. Thank you, ladies,
Thank
so
you.
much. Where can people connect with you?
At cbaccounting.net. Complete business accounting.
Love it. Oh my goodness. Keep doing the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
And as always, be bold, be brave, be fearless, be the magic of you. Massive love, and we'll see you on the next Business Spotlight. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell to find out about my upcoming shows. Thank you for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time.